Vic Fangio and Kevin Patullo spoke on Tuesday afternoon. And as always, while we got some information from one, I got more frustrated with the other. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I'm Phil Stiefel, your host. You can find me hosting Trending in the AM daily on the STT Sports Network. I got the YouTube channel linked below. Make sure you check it out. There's a live show every day, 90 minutes, taking your thoughts and opinions. Lots of shorts and other great content there. Greatly appreciate it. Inching closer to 800 subscribers. Would love to get there real soon, guys. On Tuesday, the Eagles coordinators spoke again. Michael Clay, Vic Fangio, Kevin Patullo. We'll focus on the offense and defense coordinators because all Michael Clay really had to say was Tank Bigsby isn't going to be benched for the entire year just because of one mistake, whatever that even means. Kevin Patullo spoke, and I'm actually going to read you a quote from Kevin Patullo on why I get so frustrated with him. Kevin Patullo might eventually become a good offensive coordinator. He might be. I don't know. But I'm going to read you a quote from his presser from when he spoke, when he was asked about Lane Johnson's comments about predictability in the offense. And I quote, I think the comment Lane had, and what's great about the players in communication with all of us is constant, whether it's during the game, during the week, even on days off. That's like that. That's been really, really good and productive for us. I think it's a lot of it comes down to is, and I know Nick alluded to this too, is sometimes situational moments in the game where you find limited a little bit depending on where you're at with field position, down and distance, like plays. You know what? Never mind. End quote. I'm not reading any more of this. It's ridiculous. Like he learned from Nick Sirianni, but he's surpassed Nick Sirianni in the word salads. I mean, better situationally, like on third down, one of the things he talked about, the Eagles are atrocious on third down. Let me give you some third down Eagles offensive numbers. They're 1 for 9 on third down versus the Giants. For the year, they are 27th in third down effectiveness, 34.67%. In the last 3 games, 23.53%. Okay? Why is it this bad? How is it this bad? There's a lot to it, but one more thing. Lead average on third down is 5.35 yards for third down. The Eagles are averaging 6. 52 of the 75 third downs have been over 5 yards for the Eagles this year. Well, yes, situationally, third down's pretty difficult. And yes, he did actually, surprisingly, blame some of special teams for that factor. So first down matters. Second down matters as well to make third down easier. So you don't have to have so many third downs. If you gain 7 or 8 on first down, it makes third down a little easier. If you get a first down on second down, it makes third down a little easier. Him blaming, making excuses, his word salads that he goes all over with is becoming a little frustrating at this point. And it's making me lose faith. I'm a very patient person. I like to be very patient on making rash decisions. I don't make those quick decisions, quick judgments. People need time. Well, I'm losing faith and confidence really quick in him. And if I am, I can believe the players are as well. Vic Fangio spoke first and foremost. Adoree Jackson, he said, will probably start over Keely Ringo as long as Quinyon Mitchell can go on Sunday. We don't have still any information on Quinyon Mitchell. They're still waiting. We'll learn more on Wednesday after the practice about that. But Adoree is over Keely. Then he did say if Quinyon Mitchell can't go, then you'll see both Adoree and Keely Ringo on the field. He did also say Mac McWilliams might finally start getting some reps. Basically, paraphrasing, talked about how they started him as a slot, got him worked out there, then they worked on him on the outside, so he's been bouncing around, so it slowed his development maybe a little bit, but expect at least Mac McWilliams to be active on Sunday against the Vikings, and you might actually see him on the field a little bit moving forward. Hopefully, Quinyon Mitchell's good to go. The Eagles did, he also spoke real quick, Vic Fangio, about the edge, and he brought up what I've talked about a little bit, that Nakobe Dean might see the field a little bit more and slide Jihaad Campbell to the outside. He mentioned we've already been using him a few times on the outside, so that might be something also we see. when we go up against the Vikings, which we don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback. We've all been assuming this is the Carson Wentz revenge game, right? The revenge tour coming to Philly. Well, J.J. McCarthy has begun working out and has not been ruled out for Sunday. You might see J.J. McCarthy back on the field for the Vikings against the Eagles on Sunday. Makes it a little bit more difficult. Nick Sirianni so far, on a side note, another side note, is 8-0, including playoffs versus the NFC North. Pretty good there. So starting to get, be favoring the Eagles here, and they're a favorite in the game. Real quick, the Eagles made a couple roster moves from their practice squad. They cut Audric Estime, former fifth-round Broncos running back that's been on our practice squad. No big deal there. Javon Baker, wide receiver, also cut from the practice squad. And why is this important? Because now we have 2 practice squad spots open. As I'm recording this at 6:30 on Tuesday night, 2 empty practice squad spots, and we still have an empty active 53-man roster spot with the Zadarius Smith retirement from Monday. Why am I bringing this up? I always bring up all the roster moves when I have them available. But the Ravens released former Eagle Chauncey Gardner-Johnson from their practice squad, and literally a minute after the Audric Estime news came out. So leads me to believe that there's a chance that the Eagles will bring Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back into the fold at some point here. Now, I know he's a headache. I know people think he's a locker room cancer. I know he would be, whatever team takes him next, would be a 7th team in the last 4.5 seasons. I get all the noise. But this Eagles defense severely lacks Chauncey's swagger, Chauncey's heart and fight and hard hitting and all the things he does well. The creating of turnovers, all the things that Chauncey does well, we miss. And whatever he is in the locker room, I get it. But the last 2 times he was on this Eagles team, we went to the Super Bowl. And the 2 times he wasn't over the last 4 years, we didn't. So while there might be problems there, where there might be some beefs there, the team is probably better off with him than without him, and I think the Eagles should consider it. And maybe you run some more dime with both Drew Makuba and him on the field. Reed Blankenship's always better with Chauncey next to him than without as well. Plus Chauncey and Drew have some experience in the slot. So it gives you more flexibility in the secondary as a whole. So keep it in mind. Maybe when you're listening to this, he's already signed somewhere else or with the Eagles. Maybe not. But it is something to keep considering that maybe Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will be back with the Eagles in the coming days or weeks. By the way, the Fox announced that we are getting Adam Amin, Greg Olson, and Pam Oliver for the broadcast for the game on Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings. So there you go. Guys, this is the Eagles Check Down. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Go Birds. Bubbles up.